Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, and Finster, executive cat, along with her sister Mildred, who's down there. There's Mildred. Hey, Mildred, come say hello. There she is. Yes, no, sort of. There we go. There's Mildred. Mildred likes to hang around and play fetch. So anyway, they're both here watching this thrill-packed episode where we talk about the Geza Anda box, which is still around. I mean, some of these things, it amazes me. It amazes me how they actually persist over time, because I wonder who's buying them. I really do. It's fascinating. You want to stay and watch? Here, come here. There we go. There we go. There she is. All right. So we've got Geza Anda. It's not going to work. Let's do it this way. She'll no doubt jump down and run across the computer momentarily. Anyway, the bottom line is this is still around. And Geza Anda was a wonderful pianist, but he's not Arthur Rubinstein. He's not one of those guys that people wake up and think, oh, Geza Anda, But here it is. And so let's go through it, because for some reason I didn't deal with this the first time out, and it deserves to be heard. So let's see what we have. It has, let's see, how many discs? Oh my goodness. 17 CDs. 17 fun-filled CDs that we're going to get through rather quickly, because a lot of them are his Mozart piano concerto cycle, which we can deal with in a clump, right? We start with one of the classic albums of all time, Bartók Piano Concertos 1 through 3 with the Berlin Radio Symphony Orchestra under Ferenc Fricsay. Whoa, baby. I mean, what do I need to say? This is like the reference recording, and always has been. So, whoa. It's terrific. As a pianist, he was perfect for Bartók. He was a clarity pianist. You might say a line guy as opposed to a chord guy, if we're talking in those terms. But his piano playing was always full of. It was spontaneous, but also spontaneous in a way that brought with accents and sharpness and a diamantine sparkle as often as not. So that's sort of. It really works in Bartók, let's put it that way. And in a lot of other people. Brahms, Piano Concerto No. 2, and the Bartók Rhapsody for piano and orchestra. This is wonderful stuff. And we have the Liszt Forest Murmurs, Concert Study No. 1. There we go. This is all wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Again, it's with Fricsay, the Berlin Philharmonic and the Brahms, and the Berlin Radio Symphony in the Bartók. The Brahms, too, is just a beautiful performance. It really is. It doesn't get much play, probably because it's not as slurpy and slushy as some others. I don't know, but boy, the scherzo is dark and powerful, and the slow movement is inward and intimate, and Fricsay is just such a wonderful accompanist. He did it twice, actually. He also did it with the Berlin Phil under Karajan. I prefer the first one under Fricsay. Karajan was always an iffy accompanist because he wanted to be in control of everything, and he had his idea of orchestral sound. Now, this is not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but I just think that the two Hungarians have more vim and vigor and life and warmth in the phrasing and little tiny things here and there. But you do get this terrific Grieg concerto with Kubelik, also in the Berlin Phil. That usually came coupled to the Schumann, which is down here. I mean, it'll pop up in a moment. The Grieg-Schumann coupling, may as well talk about them together, was really first class. It was one of the references for the two works, if you wanted them on a single disc. For many, many, many years, the Schumann is an intimate performance. The Grieg is a little bit more outgoing, but actually that suits the works quite well. They're not fast performances. They tend to be a tad leisurely, but there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, Anda has the spunk and sort of the rhythm in his approach that really keeps the music from ever bogging down. So they're beautiful, beautiful performances. The triple concerto. Oh, here's the triple concerto, and the Schumann. The Schumann is on this thing with the album cover is the triple concerto with with let's see, Anda, Schneiderhan, Fournier, and Fricsay. When we did our survey of the triple concertos, a lot of you loved this version, and rightly so, because it's just terrific. And the Schumann's great. Now, this is a live thing from Salzburg Festival, Mozart 21, Bartók 3, with the Staatskapelle Dresden, the Berlin Phil, and Herbert von Karajan. I mean, the sonics are, okay, not like fabulous. You do get the Franck also symphonic variations with the Concertgebouw von Beinum, which that's really kind of the highlight of this, because the other stuff he already did, and he did it better in his other versions. But, it's a souvenir of a live event. That's okay. Then you got the Mozart Piano Concerti. Here they all are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 CDs worth, it looks like. And this Mozart cycle is very, very good from a pianistic point of view. Here it is. The performances are all fine. The Elvira Madigan, number 21, I think is the one they used in the movie, wasn't it? The orchestra at the time was not as good as it later became under Sándor Vég. I mean, there are moments of sour woodwind intonation and things like that. Anda was not as great a conductor from the keyboard as he was a pianist. And when you have a really great conductor working on these pieces, they tend to come alive a bit more. But this was still an iconic performance of the Mozart piano concertos. I can't take anything away from it, really. I mean, it's very, very good. Then we've got this weird disc, the Diabelli Variations, and the Schubert Great Sonata, D960. These are not Anda at his best, I would say. He tends to poke and prod at the Diabellis without repeats. He gets through it rather quickly, as I recall. And the Schubert is just a misfire. I mean, it's edgy in all the wrong places, and it doesn't have that flow. It doesn't have the serenity in the first movement with the undercurrents of darkness. It's just kind of no. Sorry, not everyone's perfect. But then we get a really fine set of Chopin preludes. I always loved these. Actually, this was, I think, my first recording of the Chopin preludes, and the Polonaise in A flat, and the Schumann Davidsbündler Tenzo, which are great. He always did good Schumann. He really did. He wasn't, one to catch the more fantastical elements of Schumann sometimes, but the crispness and the rhythm, the rhythmic point, it's all very, very good and well done. And you can hear that again here in the Kreisleriana and the Fantasia in C major, the first movement, durchaus fantastisch. The fantastisch element isn't all that in evidence, I think, but it's still very exciting, and really, really beautiful playing. And the symphonic etudes are fabulous. I mean, it really is. It's a wonderful work that doesn't get as much attention, I think, maybe because it's more abstract, and that may be why it plays to Anda's strengths so well. I mean, he characterizes them wonderfully. It's a brilliant performance. And then we have Shellac recordings on Shellac, Bach, Scarlatti, the Mephisto Waltz, right? Liszt, yay, La Campanella, some Chopin, an etude, and a couple of mazurkas. The symphonic etudes again, that showed just what a virtuoso he was, but his stereo remake is just much better. Brahms 3 Intermezzi and the Intermezzo in E minor, Opus 119, number 2. So there you have it. It's a very fine tribute. Oh, wow. Oops. We'll deal with that later. A very fine tribute to a first-class pianist who had plenty of character and personality of his own and left us some splendid records. And there aren't so many of them that you're going to go crazy, trying to get through the box. You could just enjoy what he left us. And I think we all should. So, yeah, good job. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.